17 diaper lady, Nurse Hannah, was one of my best friends growing up for years. At one point was like my best friend. Like, we hung out together all the time. It's actually crazy to think about. Like, and I see a lot of people like kind of defending her or like justifying certain things because of finances. And I just want to put it out there that she comes from a very wealthy family. Her dad is a very successful doctor who even operated on my brother's foot when he broke it. So I just want to throw that out there. Like, huge house, brand new installed pool at the time, and like full-blown basketball court in their backyard, a whole jungle gym, like set playground area, a huge garage with all the different toys. Like one of those like really tall garages that you can fit like a motorhome bus like thing like on one side, and I would travel with them on that. And like they had so many different four-wheelers and like all types of stuff. Pretty sure like everyone had their own car and everything. Like they definitely like had a lot, you know, growing up. Like they were like the rich kids. Like, and her uncle even on her mom's side owns a Chick-fil-A. Like, and I remember them like taking me to like parties and events, and like it was just insane amounts of like Chick-fil-A and like everything. And I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. Like as a kid, like I have like a middle class like kind of family and stuff. Like it was like mind blowing to me. And like Chick-fil-A is very charitable, like, you know what I mean? Like if there was really a situation like where they needed help, like I'm sure her own uncle would help her. And also like the church, she's a part of the Mormon church, and the Mormon church is very charitable. Like there are so many relief efforts if you're a member. Even if you're not, I'm pretty sure, but if you are a member, like you can even get like grocery allowances, like you can get discounted groceries at like their bishop storehouses and stuff. And like you can also like even get help with like rent payments or like I think mortgage payments and stuff like that, like for a temporary period of time, like while you get back on your feet or whatever. Like it's actually crazy. But she knows all of that for sure because her dad was a bishop, which bishops are the ones that make those like judgment calls for people in like their zone or like district or whatever of like church members and stuff. So she knows the resources that she has available. So like everyone that's like, oh, like you could like get a coat this way, like she knows. She definitely knows. I'm basically just like replaying every moment, every memory like that we had together, which is a lot. Like every summer, like every Saturday, we would get up really early and go do private tennis lessons together at this other rich dude's house that was like in her neighborhood, like area that like where she lived, like where the really big houses were in the town I grew up in, or city or whatever. And then we would drive over to her house after and like swim for hours and hours and hours in her pool and like play hide and seek in her huge ass house. Like, and like we went to like girls camps every summer together, and we would share tents together. Like she was always like my buddy, and like go on hikes together and everything. And like we went to a summer camp together where we stayed up in dorm rooms like out of state, and like we were roommates, and they were roommates, but like no, like literally guys, like this is insane. So anyways, I hope she gets the help that she needs. This is like very, very sad and disturbing. I've been like up literally all night like watching stuff. Like I like can't stop. Like I was just on my For You page and a news like thing came up, and I was like, is that Hannah? Like what? And we kind of drifted apart in high school. Like, you know how high school is, and she was a year older than me. We kind of had different friend groups and, you know, different priorities and stuff. And I was a bit more rebellious, and she was very involved in church. And yeah, like it's just like mind-blowing. And like after we had like gone to that summer camp together and we're roommates in the dorm room, we had like a couple of different like fights and stuff, and that kind of like put a drift in us. But a big reason why I stopped hanging around her was because she was so negative and like she complained so much. And even my own mom had concerns because like I just like would kind of become more negative and like more of a complainer and like talk kind of nasty like after hanging out with her. And like I don't know, she always kind of struggled with that, and like she would say really mean things about people and stuff, and was like pretty judgmental and stuff. And like, oh, and like also the whole thing about like the 17 diapers and stuff, like I will say, like, as nice of like the house was that she grew up in, like how huge it was often very messy, and like so were their cars. And they had like a cleaner come, like I think like once a week or whatever, but like it still wasn't enough because like the kids were just spoiled, respectfully. I'm so sorry, because like I actually thought her parents were nice people, but clearly you don't know anything from the outside. But like there was like always like sticky surfaces and everything in the house, like it was just kind of gross, like so. But obviously above all, I hope the best for the child. Like I was genuinely heartbroken like seeing those videos. And Hannah, if you see this, like you have the resources available to you. You can reach out to your family members, your church community. And if you are doing this for rage bait and stuff, like clearly it's affecting your child and he doesn't understand. Like I can't even imagine like pulling these like type of pranks on my dog. Like I don't know. She had younger siblings and stuff too, and like I didn't ever think she would go this way. Like we even babysat together. Like, and I can definitely tell you that the diapers were getting changed after they peed. Like, I just don't know if she's just straight up lying or what, but like the flinch and everything, like clearly it's affecting your child.